Pappy, let's talk it out. What's it like? What's life all about? Oh, Pappy, say your piece. Laugh at yourself, slap your knee.
Recorded at Flipside Theater in Superior, Colorado, this is Pappy with your hosts, Lucas Buddy and Eric Thompson.
We just had a great conversation with Danny Ghaeini.
Great conversation.
Nice guy. Also handsome guys. He's a model, so we're up against it. But yeah, good man.
So Danny found us. We neither Eric and I knew Danny beforehand, but man, he came in and shared his story. Just for all of you dads out there thinking about sharing your story, you just show up, just like being a dad. You show up, you sit down, you open your mouth, and
just hang out.
We had a great time. We laughed. No one cried, although I did feel some emotion.
You get some emotion there.
Yeah, it was good. It was really good.
Danny brought it. Kudos to you, Danny, for coming in and treating us to a fantastic story.
Yeah. All right, you guys. Enjoy.
Yeah,
Danny Ghaeini.
Boom.
Let's do it. Yeah, so where did you go? Where did you end up going to? I love this. I love meeting dads because a lot of our guests that we've had on so far we obviously started with like people we know, like friends and family and stuff like that. Yeah. And I know that we've contacted, and I'll cut all this stuff out so people, or I'll leave it in. Who cares? So how did you end up hearing about the podcast?
It was on one of the pages I check on Facebook for.
Nice.
Gig.
That's right. Okay.
And I don't remember which one it was.
Oh, was it the Denver, Colorado Acting Theater Guild? Was it that one?
Nope.
Okay. Maybe Denver Actors or...
Something like that.
Something like that.
But
okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
There's like 4 or 5 that I've checked for gigs.
Well, I'm so glad that you reached out to us because we want to get the perspective of dads from every single angle, and that's what we don't have any shortage of dads. So, but it's great that Eric and I don't know you, and we get to hear your story and 100%. Share it with a bunch of people. For sure. So yeah, we can jump right in. We typically start, and I sent you the interview questions beforehand, right?
Sure
so you
did.
kind of have an idea of where we're going.
Yep.
You were just about to say that you've taken some acting classes. Were you doing that before you became a dad?
No, I started the acting and commercial modeling. That was in 2017.
Nice.
So it was a couple years after I had my first child, my daughter.
Okay, all right.
So you realize, gosh, you know what? I still look good after having kids. So I'm getting into this, man.
I mean, there's a whole story there, but yeah, I kind of fell into it. But it was definitely me falling into the industry. And
nice. So before you became a dad, who were you then? Like, what was life like? What was driving you?
Yeah, so I became a dad later than most people.
Mm-hmm.
My wife and I met, well into our 30s. I think like our mid 30s, and then dated for a couple of years, got married, and then we both knew we got to crank out kids quickly, right? Because we're both older.
Yeah.
For sure, we had to get on it, and indeed we did. But so because I started a lot later than people I know, life before fatherhood was. I had almost a good couple decades of being an adult and doing that. And so I went through a lot of things in my 20s and 30s of just making sure, I'm living life. I was like amateur, like semi-pro sponsored athlete for a few years in my 20s.
Sick. That's
and
awesome.
then
what kind of sport? What sport did you do?
Distance events, triathlon.
Okay.
Nice.
And running marathon, half marathon.
Nice.
You're in good company here in Colorado.
Yeah, especially in the Boulder County.
Sure.
That was when I lived in this area.
Gotcha.
Participating in all of that.
Yeah.
For sure. Went the entrepreneurial route for several years. Multi-failed entrepreneur,
but kept going, right?
Kept going. Nothing ever that blew up like really big.
Yeah.
Some semi-successes and definitely some failures, but it was fulfilling, and I have no regrets about doing that.
Yeah.
And you talk about that perseverance, which will pay off possibly in parenting, maybe.
Yeah.
So,
all right. Well,
I won't jump ahead.
No doubt. Yeah. And that perseverance that you got to teach your kids too.
Yeah.
Every day.
And then there was a lot of travel. My wife and I, we in the couple years that we dated before getting married, we traveled a bunch.
Yeah.
And then individually, each of us before we knew each other, we saw a lot of countries. So
nice.
It was a mix of those few things, but really just trying to live a fulfilling life.
Sure.
Yeah.
Before we jumped in this, and we both knew we wanted kids.
Yeah. Nice.
And I think we were also but kind of at the age we were at, life kind of started to seem like Groundhog Day. Each year that passes, it's like, okay, we're doing this, we're doing this, we're doing this, and they're like, oh, okay, it's the next year we're doing those things again.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, we were both eager to move into
so you were ready for that next phase.
100%.
Yeah, because you feel you lived a life. Now it's the part two.
Yeah, no doubt. And,
that's great.
It has been great. Yeah.
All right. So you find out, you and your wife, she goes, pregnant. You ready? And
how did she break that news to you?
So we got married, and we were like, okay, we're gonna try right away, and she got pregnant right away.
Yeah, wow.
It was fast.
Lucky.
Yeah, and we didn't know what to expect.
Yeah, sure. You just don't. You
hear all the stories. You're like, some people are like trying for long years, even.
Yeah.
And some people are like one and done. And
did you guys like use spreadsheets and track the data and like
didn't need to
throw dirt in the wind? Or
we didn't get that far.
Right.
We didn't with the first one. The second one, it took some time.
Okay.
Sure.
But the first one, we were like, okay, well, she just stopped taking the pill, and let's make this work.
I thought it was going to take a lot longer because I was nervous. I've always wanted to be a dad since I was like 16 years old, and Lauren was on birth control for a long time, and I was like Googling, and I was like, babe, it takes like a year sometimes.
Yeah.
And she's like, calm down. And she stopped taking it and like so fast.
Yeah. For sure. And we read the same thing, like, oh, once you get off the pill, it's going to take a while.
Right. Yeah.
No, it didn't take any time.
No.
It's just too pro because we so much traveling, we were already relaxed. We were primed for it.
I don't know. That or luck.
No, I mean, it's different for everybody, but that's great. So you guys, so it was easy.
You, we're pregnant.
Where were you at? Do you remember when you got that?
I do remember, and we took some pictures, and so it still pops up in my memories. Of like the OneDrive, it shows up your memories of pictures from previous years.
Sure.
So we were just at home, and she peed on a stick, and
there it was.
There it was. Yeah, no doubt. She was having a hunch, and we're like, okay, well, let's see. I mean, it's really quick, but
can happen.
Let's test it, and it was true.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was that journey like from the 9 months leading up to it? Was were you guys did you have a bunch of cravings? Did you have family around? What was that like for you? What was easy, what was hard?
Yeah, so for that 9 months, since it was obviously new to both of us, she definitely had those cravings and some weird stuff. I don't even remember what it was, but it pretty much in line with what other people hear about. So she definitely had those. We're kind of planners, both of us, and so we did do. I did the daddy boot camp classes.
Nice.
And she did stuff on her end. So. Yeah, we're kind of organizers and planners like that. So we took the 9 months to make sure the guest bedroom is no longer the guest bedroom.
Right.
Now it's the baby. And we got to paint it the right colors and we got to find some furniture.
What were the right colors?
So we were like, okay, if it's a girl, and we did find out the gender, and it is a girl. My oldest is a girl. Her name's Elle. And we're like, okay, well, it's a girl. We can't go pink because everybody goes pink.
Yeah. You don't want to go with everybody.
Yeah. So we're like, okay, it's a girl. We'll do purple. We did like, a couple shades of purple.
Yeah.
For sure.
Nice.
Yeah. Awesome. That's so great.
Yeah.
So what was it like meeting this kid? This was 11 years ago now?
That's right.
Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what was it like?
Elle's all of a sudden.
I mean, almost teenager.
Here you go, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it wasn't smooth.
Okay.
So in the boot camp classes, they talk about like being a super supportive partner in all the stages, including birth and being there and being strong for her. Yeah. And Elle came out and she was a dark purple. Speaking of like the color of the bedroom.
Right.
She was a dark purple and she wasn't moving and there was nothing. And of course the thoughts are racing in my head.
Yeah.
And like, oh my gosh, what's happening? Is she alive?
Right.
But all the stuff that I got in my daddy boot camp is like, be strong for her. Mm-hmm. And so they took her away to like the corner of the room where they do all the cleanings and whatever. And the nurses' faces they're pretty neutral. Mm-hmm. They don't look terrified. They don't look happy. They're nurses and they've probably done this a million times, but I'm trying to figure out, is my baby alive?
Right.
There's so much stuff going on, I imagine, in your head at the time because like you said, you've done all this preparation, which I highly recommend to everybody expecting a kid. Do the preparation.
100%.
Go to the boot camps, read the books. Yep. But at the end of the day, when you show up, all that goes out the window. So it's glad that you got yourself prepared. But how did you stay focused and strong for your partner, for your wife at the time?
So it feels like forever, but it's probably like 8 seconds, 10 seconds,
right.
Oh my gosh.
where I'm like staring at them and I'm staring at my baby and she's dark purple and she's not moving and she's not doing anything.
Yeah.
And you expect the baby's going to come out screaming, which actually my son did.
Yeah.
And so the nurses are doing their thing and finally she lets out a wail.
Yeah.
Oof.
And finally that purple starts
to dissipate.
And she's becoming a healthier color.
Yeah.
Right.
But
so was your wife also going, what's going on?
She was not at all aware.
Yeah. Okay.
She was not at all aware. It was a C-section.
Yeah.
So they have that.
Gotcha.
That
screen
curtain thing with the blanket. And so she can't see. I can see the baby being propped up and taken to the corner. And I see how purple the baby is and that she's not moving or saying anything.
Did she read your face at all, or you were
She
able
didn't.
to...
She didn't. I was being the strong, supportive father that I was told to be.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I had a pretty good poker face.
Yeah.
For sure.
Good for you.
It was interesting. So very similar experience with my second son as your experience explained. And my first son came out. He was yelling before he even came out. It was loud. Mm-hmm. And so he comes out screaming. But the second one, he was also fairly purple. And I later realized he just didn't care. Right? He comes out just like, whatever. I mean, he did not scream. He just goes, and then he turned regular color. Yeah. I was like, dude, are you with us?
Oh, was I supposed to scream? Is that something I'm supposed to do?
Does that show in his personality today?
Totally. And he's a very mellow kid, right?
Okay.
So it's, he can get excited about things, but it's really, it was really fun. But the other one, Nathan's just like, oh man, we did this, and
that's
this.
Funny.
I'm just like, oh, boy.
That's an interesting
great.
perspective.
Very,
did that translate into Elle's personality as she's grown up, or?
No, I don't think it did. No.
Okay.
I mean,
right.
She's not rambunctious or anything,
right.
but she's not. I wouldn't call her a mellow child.
Right.
Either.
All right. Yeah. Sure. Of course.
Oh my
so
gosh.
you are holding this kid for the first time. You finally hear her cry. Now you're reassured.
Yeah.
You've went to this roller coaster of emotions.
Gosh, for sure.
What did it feel like to hold that kid for the first time?
Pretty emotional.
Pretty emotional.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's like, okay, this is like partially me.
Right.
That connection of like, this is like half my DNA. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Did you feel that connection? Right. Because there's a lot of dads that I talk to that say, it took a while to feel that connection. Did you feel that connection right away?
It's both. Because initially, when they're both born, it's like really emotional.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, this is mine, and it's like me literally, like it's half my DNA.
Yeah.
But then also, like it's once the baby comes home, I didn't feel that strong emotional connection for months.
Sure. Right.
Yeah, for sure.
It can take a little while.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Nathan was quick for me, my oldest, and he's 23 now, and Ryan, 21. Ryan was, I kept wrestling in my head, how am I going to love this next kid as much as I love the first one?
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
It definitely took a little while. The same. But then he was such a mellow kid, I'm like, oh yeah, you're easy to love. Oh, thank you for learning to sleep so quickly, so
good for you.
Just a treat. But, going back to like, that DNA piece is I'm adopted, and so I wanted kids at a very young age. Well, I thought of having kids at a young age because I wanted to see who my ancestry was in a sense, right? So that was something that
that was before 23andMe is the best way to find out what your lineage is. Just have a kid.
Yeah, I waited also till I think we were mid 30s. So I think it was 34, 35 when Nathan was born. But yeah, so it is a trip. Then, so, I mean, were you just staring a lot, and going, wow, wait, yeah, that's me. Nope, then that's her, and that's
totally.
isn't it amazing?
And they both came out looking, and I hear this is pretty common. Maybe something that's like evolution or something. But they both came out looking a lot like me, and then less and less as time goes by.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a trip. Yeah. It's just like I was like, okay, am I the dad? Definitely.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't think about that. Maybe it's like a protection thing for the kids. So it's like, if you're a caveman and it comes out looking like someone else,
for sure, right?
You're gonna
my kid
feed it to the lions. Yeah.
She's
for
been
sure.
with Thack. So
the universe knows we need a little reassurance.
Oh yeah, it sure does.
Funny.
Great.
Man! So
and then, you had a second kid, and you guys waited a little while to have your second kid.
Or as you even said, it took a little longer.
Yeah, right? So we wanted to stagger it, so it was a couple years in between.
Yeah.
So that that means just after Elle was 1, we would start trying for the second. But it took a while.
Yeah.
It took a while. So they have a 3.5 year gap in between, and there was actually a miscarriage. Before we had my son. Yeah. So it wasn't as smooth as the first one.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, that happens so often, and I think I think that there's a big reason why we do this podcast is so that men start having conversations about not only the beautiful things, and we get to like laugh about the dirty diapers and the cute words that our kids say, but also be able to have conversations about the tough things too, in a way that is just making space for it. Mm-hmm. We just had a dad on who faced a couple of miscarriages, and I don't know if did you have a support system as far as friends or family or someone to talk to during that time, and what is maybe something you can offer to dads that are maybe going through that right now?
Who've experienced
miscarriages, yeah.
I would want them to understand that it happens and they're not alone.
Yeah.
And so for us, it happened, and we were, part of the understanding was this may happen, and it doesn't mean it's the end.
Yeah.
Right.
And it wasn't the end for us, and we tried again.
Did it cause any trepidation, any worry for another one at all?
100%. Yeah. When it happens once, you're worried for the next time.
Yeah.
So those appointments after a miscarriage are full of anxiety. No doubt.
Yeah, totally. Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds like... one of the things I really appreciate about what you've been saying is you and your wife both are planners. You look at these things. I would imagine, what were your conversations like? it sounds like you guys are very supportive with one another and really pragmatic about things, and not getting so emotional and distraught. How did you maintain that?
I mean, to say that we weren't at all without emotion.
Yeah.
That's certainly not true. I mean, it's definitely emotional.
Yeah,
sure.
When that happens.
Yeah.
But we moved beyond it.
Yeah.
We moved past it. And
was there a way that you did that together, or was this a slow process?
Was it about like conversation and communication? Was there? Do you just what are the tools in your toolbox that you use to get through that? Because it's a tough time.
Yeah, it is a tough time, and I think it was, and I would imagine that it's going to be tougher for her than for me, and I imagined that at that time.
So having empathy,
and I mean, certainly we are both experienced loss. We both experienced a loss.
Yeah.
But I felt like she was dealing with it, and as a mom for the right reasons, harder than I was, and so I wanted to make sure I was supporting her more. Even though we were both experiencing that loss.
I love that. You show a level of just kindness and heart and compassion and love for your partner that is really refreshing, and I appreciate you sharing that. Yeah,
she might not agree with that.
Then the pregnancy with your son. Was there a time where you, as the pregnancy went on, as like you said, the appointments could be really anxiety producing? Did that start to lessen at a certain point to have like, okay, I think we're in the clear? Was there
and I don't remember. I think everyone who goes through, who's trying to have kids, there's, I forget which month or which appointment you're in the clear, but we knew at that time, like, when are we mostly in the clear? And so for sure we were waiting for those appointments to happen and get past that.
Nice.
Yeah.
And do the kids get along? I mean, do you see two significantly different personalities? Are they pretty similar?
With that 3.5 year gap, it's they are definitely siblings in the sense that they love each other and they hate each other.
Right?
It's all the things.
It is all the things.
I mean, I can talk about him, but you can't talk about him.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So
I bet that was cool seeing, or what? You tell me what your experience was like seeing your daughter, because now there's 3.5 years, so she's almost 4 years old, big enough to hold this kid. What is it like seeing your kid hold your kid for the first time?
It was so
really
sweet.
Cool.
It was so sweet and so cute. And we probably took too many pictures of that.
Just to go, you really do love him.
I
remember this?
I do need to pull those out in her teenage years.
Come here, sit down.
We were very purposeful when when we introduced Nathan to Ryan, we had gotten a toy for Nathan that was from Ryan, because your baby brother gave you this, and Nathan's just over the moon about this.
Right,
this guy's
this
cool.
Is the best brother,
for sure.
About 2-3 weeks, he goes up to Kristen and he says, "Mommy, you can have Ryan go back to his mommy now." It was hilarious, but also very concerning. Going, oh dear, this is going to be rough.
Sorry, bro, that's not how this happens. He's here.
The toy is cool, but
he's here for a while.
So funny. But
oh my gosh! So your kid is almost a teenager, your oldest, and then you have one a little bit behind that. So what has life been like since then? What are the ups? What are the downs? What have you learned? What have you loved?
So we are in a really sweet spot. Like they're not yet like jerky teenagers.
Nice,
And they're not hard anymore. Like they were both really bad sleepers. So the 0 to 4 for us was hard.
Yeah.
For both of them, it was a lot of work. And so in between, like once we got past that age of 4 for Daniel, which is the younger one, and of course Elle was 7.5 by then, it's just been awesome.
Just on cruise control all
yeah. Until that next, everybody's like, well, wait until they're teenagers. And maybe in that, maybe that is the case. But at least right now we are in a sweet spot and we're enjoying it.
And then do you guys, it sounds like you guys were big travelers for a long time. Are you continuing getting out and showing the world to the kids, or is it just there's so much to do here and so many activities that come up?
So, it's funny that you talk about that because, well, one, my wife, she does a travel agency.
Oh, no kidding.
On the side of her main career. So she's actually at a travel agency event today. It's like a bridal event where she's helping advertising her services for honeymoons. But so we haven't done any, like exotic overseas trips with them, mostly because we don't think they were quite yet at the age that they would appreciate it. And it would be wasted money. Essentially we've done, Disney World and Universal Studios and the things that we know they're going to love and we enjoy with them too.
Yeah, totally.
So there hasn't been any of the, I don't know if sophisticated is the right word, but
there's no right or wrong word
going
here.
To the Basque country.
Right.
Doing the safari.
We haven't been to the Maldives
for sure. 100%.
We're waiting.
So but we did talk about that. We're like, okay, we think that maybe they are at the age where we could go somewhere besides Disney World. And that they would appreciate.
Totally.
Yeah, so that could be coming down our path.
Yeah.
I think I was 18 when my folks took us to Hawaii for the first time, so way late. But that was exotic to me. That was leaving the States. It was just so cool. But everything, it was just.
That's not leaving the States. That is the States.
I understand, but I'm a lot
It was
older
likely. It was before it was part of the.
No.
How old are you?
I know, a couple hundred years old.
Exactly. But it changes, man. It changes. But that was our kind of experience of getting out. My dad was like, we're still not paying for tickets to go overseas.
Absolutely not.
We'll just go to a state that has ocean around it.
For sure.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's cool. So so you're loving it. You love being a dad?
Oh, it's great.
Yeah,
it's great right now. Like I said, it's we're in that sweet spot. They still think I'm cool.
Right.
Yeah. Well, you're doing commercials and acting and stuff like that on the you said, as well as remind me what you're.
So I work in healthcare.
That's right. Yeah. That's right.
I'm a IT professional working with databases mostly. For a children's hospital in Wilmington, Delaware. So, of course, I work remote.
Very cool. So you get to your work schedule is maybe flexible enough that you get to be able to be at some of your kids' events and spend a good bit of time with them, I'm assuming?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, being remote, you cut out that commute.
Right.
You cut out that time to get ready for working at that sort of thing. So, you do have a little more time to
That's cool.
to be at those events for your kids.
And are your kids also involved in athletics like you were or anything? Or
I'm sorry, were they involved with what?
In athletics like you? I mean, it sounds like you were pretty driven with working out, distance and all those things.
So my daughter, we put them both in sports. We made them, rotate through the sports, see what they liked, and then and they were both really good at it. But my daughter is now into theater.
Right.
So she doesn't do sports at all. Theater is her thing.
Yeah.
Cool. And my son, now he loves soccer, and soccer's his thing. Yeah. And he's really good at it.
Nice.
So, yeah, they're both, they both had the talent to do sports, but for my daughter, she's like, Dad, I just want to do theater.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool.
That's
totally
great.
Get that. Yeah. That's my jam.
That's so nice.
Oh my gosh.
I also love that you gave them a plethora of sports to try out, and then they can fall into something. But that was something I see so differently now. I grew up is okay. What season is it? What's the weather outside? That's a sport you're doing. So playing everything and seeing so much now of okay, pick a sport and then just go be great at it, and we'll spend all this money and we're going to travel and all that. It was just like my boys. I learned quickly. It's like Okay, now you're not going to be as driven in sports. You're definitely not going to the Olympics. We're going to do rec leagues and have fun, not take it too seriously, which we always appreciate it. But yeah,
for sure,
it's fun.
Oh man, so you are doing this, the tech work, and you're doing acting on the side for these commercials and stuff. How does that play in with parenting? Are there some things maybe you've learned through studying acting that relates to being able to communicate with your kids? I know when I was, I didn't have a kid till I was in my 40s, but a lot of the things that I learned up until then obviously made me who I am. But one of the things was acting, where we learned to listen really to and to play. As an adult, we sometimes when we're working all the time, we forget to play, and that's how kids learn is through play. So, do you guys ever play acting games or do charades or game nights or stuff like that? Does that?
We definitely have our games that we play at home, but in terms of the acting, I actually bring my kids into some of the gigs I do.
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
So my daughter, she's been in 10 different commercials or projects where they needed a daughter.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I've got a daughter.
I think we could play this pretty realistically. Yeah.
Send us her pictures, and they've never said no.
Sure.
They're like, okay, she's great, and she's already has experience.
Yeah.
So she's been in 10 different projects with me. My son, he's done, I think he's up to 3 now.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
But yeah, so being in acting school for a couple of years, and as the student, I could take that information and turn around and give bits and pieces of that to them,
right?
As we're getting ready to be on set and that sort of thing.
So was your drive for acting because you were such the strong, supportive role as the dad at Elle's birth, going, okay, that doesn't look totally right, but here I am, strong, supportive dad, or husband, right? Is that you were just like, hey, click, I can be an actor. Is that your impetus there? Was that what your drive?
I mean, it would be a great story if that's how it all played out.
You can make that your story if you want. Yeah, that's yours.
That's funny.
No, so acting, I kind of fell. So again, talking about me doing the sports and fitness for a while in my 20s and 30s, I kind of had this little goal for myself that when I turned 40, I would do this fitness shoot and get jacked in the couple months up into that.
Yeah.
And I did, and it was just a little challenge for me, and I got these really great pictures when I turned 40.
Right.
And so I shared them with my friends on Facebook, and one of my friends who actually is in the industry, he's like, Dan, you should do some acting or modeling.
Oh, damn, don't waste this.
Something like that.
Yeah. I wish I had that.
But I was dismissive of his suggestion.
Sure,
but
sure.
He actually took my pictures off of Facebook and sent it to a producer he works with.
Oh, no
That's
kidding.
great.
And so she calls me out of the blue.
It's always good to have friends that will go behind your back and hook you up with some cool opportunities.
And so she called me, and I had my first gig, and it was great, and it was fun.
Yeah.
And it was good money. And I'm like, oh, maybe I should look into this.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of how it happened.
Oh, that's great.
That's great. Wow,
Very
just
nice.
fell into it, you lucky bastard.
Not bad.
All right.
Striving for you.
Well, no, listen, it takes work to get to that kind of shape. It takes a lot of time and effort and persistence and dedication and hard work. All lessons that are great to teach to our kids.
I've just turned this dad bod into a father figure.
Father figure, yes.
I think I've used that one before. I apologize.
No, it's fine. It's accurate every time. Yes.
All right. Well, so you're an actor. So you have a dad joke?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh gosh, now I'm blanking out.
It's totally fine.
It's because we're dads.
Let's think. I know. It was let's see. Why did the lion eat the trapeze artist?
Oh, no. Why?
I have not heard this one.
Well, he wanted to eat a well-balanced meal.
Okay, all right.
Man.
That tracks.
There you go. That's what I got for you.
Very good. I'm all for it. That's great.
Oh, my gosh.
Geez, Danny, this is super. Thank you so much for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for making the drive out here. Thanks for sharing your story. I hope everybody listening really enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed sitting here with this guy.
Yeah.
And then we'll have to get together and, hang out again sometime.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
Thanks so much. Cheers.
You only get one spin around this rock. You only have so many days until it stops, and how you show up for your kids, well, that's your superpower. You might not know it now, but this is your Pappy Hour. Pappy Hour, let's talk it out, talk it out. What's it like? What's life all about? Oh, Pappy Hour, say your piece. Laugh at yourself, slap your knee. Pull up a chair, it's time for Pappy.